All right. Once again, from there, 7 o'clock rolled around, and we had the premiere. We had the pilot episode of the highly anticipated Young Justice cartoon. This was a 1 hour pilot episode. Very, very good. I really, really enjoyed this. The first 6 minutes of the show starts out with 4 freeze ice element villains. First, we saw Mr. Freeze causing ruckus in Gotham City in a park, and he was just freezing people having a barbecue and things like that. And then Robin comes in. It was Tim Drake. It's not Tim Drake Robin. It's actually Dick Grayson. Comes in, and first Mr. Freeze is like, Batman, I was wondering when you would show up. And then Robin has a signature laugh you will hear throughout the whole show, the whole episode. He has this signature laugh, and then he comes in and he says, "Oh, boy wonder, the Batman sent you to handle me." And then, it was a distraction, and Batman comes in and ends it. We go next to Star City, and we see Green Arrow and Speedy fighting with who I believe is Icicle. I think that's Icicle. I could be wrong. And we see them, and we saw they're handling Icicle on a bridge. And once again, they handle Icicle and basically move on, and they kept saying, today is the day. Today is the day. And then we go from Star City to Pearl Harbor, and we see Killer Frost battling Aquaman and Aqualad. Like, if all don't know, or yes, they're using the black Aqualad in this, but he came off so well, so good. I had no problem with him, and he's talking about it. You're not excited? And he's like, yes, my king, okay, my king, yes, I am, after they defeated Killer Frost. Then we go to Central City, and we have the famous Captain Cold versus Flash and Kid Flash, Wally West. And, Wally's saying, oh, can we hurry this up? We're going to be late and everything like that. You always banter the cops. You can banter the cops. You can even banter Captain Cold. But, everything like that. And they finish off Captain Cold. But I thought that was very interesting to have 4 ice element villains back to back. It was very cool. Then from there we move into basically them going into the Hall of Justice, and you see Batman, you see Bruce, you see Aquaman, you see Flash, and you see Green Arrow. Then the door opens up, we see John, and we see Red Tornado. And from there, they're sitting in the lobby, and even Bruce brings up, can anybody tell me how coincidental there were 4 ice element villains, simultaneously attacking, and they talk about it. Then Speedy seems to get really, anxious, and like, so that's it? We're just here? You don't give us a tour, and things like that. And he in a way, I kind of agree. He had a little bit of, he had a legal argument against that. While the others are really enjoying, they made it to step 1 of into the hall, but then Speedy's telling them look, they're hiding stuff from us. This is not even the real Hall of Justice. They got they got the watchtower in outer space. And Bruce gives Bruce gives Green Arrow a look like, you told him that, and he's like, hey, I'm sorry. Uh, and from there, Aquaman's trying to, like, your time is coming, son. Just worry about it. And Speedy's like, I'm not your son, and I thought I was this man's partner, and it is Roy Harper. And Speedy basically goes away. He leaves and even kind of disses the rest of the group, like, maybe they're right about you three. You're not ready, because in a way they were like, look, hey, we're in the Hall of Justice. But like I said, Speedy had a good argument against it. Then there's some trouble. Superman comes on, and then Zatara comes on. Zatanna's father actually comes on, and they handle the situation while Bruce tells them, stay put. However, they figure out, okay, what's Project Cadmus, and they go look into it. And from there, that's where the whole mission, pretty much the whole rest of the whole story takes place. The story was written by Greg Weisman as well as Peter David, and I can see why it was so good. If Peter David was on this, I have no problem why. But it was very good. I really enjoyed it. There were we even saw Guardian in this episode. There were a lot of heroes at the end of the episode, but during the Cadmus, we saw these like little creeplings, as I like to call them. They were able to control. They had telepathic abilities, and they were controlling like Guardian and stuff like that. About the characters, Aqualad was very cool. He came off so great. Like, it was like, should I go against my king or should I not? He didn't come off like, arrogant badass. He was very good. Robin, Dick Grayson, they seem to mix Dick Grayson and Tim's Robin together, because Robin in this was like the technical wizard. He was like hacking into all this Cadmus computers, getting past all these firewalls. I don't remember Dick being that technical savvy like that, but it was cool. I had no problem with that. While Kid Flash, Wally, was more like the jokester, like, can you hurry up and things like that. And they're being led, and at first I'm thinking, was that Blue Devil? And I'm like, there was a character that looked like Blue Devil, but I was like, he was way too skinny. But they figure out what's going on in Cadmus. They see this project called Project KR, and they go down to find what's going on with it, and they found Superboy there, and basically KR standing for the technical of Krypton, and they let him out pretty much, and Superboy just beats the hell out of all. It was no competition really. It was like, okay, Robin tried to shock him with a taser. I was like, that's not really gonna work, Robin. And it was really, really kind of sad. Not sad, but you figured, okay, this was just gonna be a one-sided fight. That's pretty much it was. In the end, the individuals that Cadmus was using as, I'm forgetting the names of them right now, but that were using as, like, to control people, they're being controlled themselves. And they actually say that to Superboy, like, once he goes against their will to be free, he decides to go free. But in between that, there was another fight scene between the doctor. I'm forgetting this doctor's name. He drinks a serum that was supposed to be Project Blockbuster, and he pretty much turns into basically a Hulk version. Even Flash even said that. Come on, Incredible Bulk. I was like, okay. Now, if nobody got that, I don't know what's wrong with you. At first, Superboy is like, nobody orders me around. You know, he's like, you giving me orders now? He was really against authority. And the fight scene was pretty cool between, Blockbuster, I guess you would call him, and the team. I like the group camaraderie. They started to get, like I said, Robin is in this, was really, as I saw it, as the strategist. He was the one that was coming up with the strategy. All right, you do this and we'll get it done. And that was pretty much how they beat the Blockbuster monster. And in the end, I'm not going to spoil everything for everybody. I don't like to spoil everything. In the end, they're free. Superboy looks at the moon, and lo and behold, we see Superman coming. And Superboy is looking, and he's in a maze. And we see the rest of the Justice League come down. We see Bruce, we see Wonder Woman, we see Shazam, Captain Marvel, we see Black Canary. We see all these great, Justice League members come, and basically Superman sees Superboy, and he actually lifts up his shirt to show him the House of L sign on it, and he's like, and Superman's like almost in shock, like, okay, what is this? And then Bruce even says, is that what I think it is? Like, it's a clone. And he even says, yes, I'm a clone of Superman. It was very, very interesting to watch. In the end, they end up basically at their headquarters, Mount Justice. Batman tells him, all right, if the kids are selling, like, look, you trained us for this, because at first they were kind of upset about it, but the kids had a good argument, like, no, we can do this, and we succeeded in our first mission. We did good. That's what Aqualad was saying. We did good. And Superboy even said, look, if they don't agree with us, we'll do it anyway. Forget them. So Bruce says, all right, if you're going to do this, you're going to do missions. Basically, they're going to be like a covert ops team. You're going to be off the grid. Okay. And while the Justice League takes care of like the high priority cases, but also Flash even says these costumes, we keep these for a reason. So the targets are on us more than on you. They're basically was trying to say we protect you guys more than you think we do. So Bruce says, all right, basically Red Tornado is gonna monitor you guys. I'll give you the missions. That's what Bruce said. I'll give you the missions, and Black Canary is gonna train you guys. Gonna handle your training, the 5 of you. And so at first they're like 5, and then lo and behold, here comes Ms. Martian, and they say, this is Ms. Martian. This is John's niece. I let that slide, but then she comes and here you go, Wally saying, Dick, this is gonna be good, and they shake her hand. They're like, this is really good. Hi, I'm this, I'm that. And they all introduce each other, and then they say, hey, Superboy, come over and meet Ms. Martian. She looks at him and says, I like your shirt, and she changes her white shirt to black and red, and he smiles, and then it ends from there, which was a pretty good pilot episode. Like I said, I really enjoyed the pilot episode. Can't wait to January where the full season begins. You guys tell me what you thought about it. How'd you like it? Did the voice actors do good? Because I think they did great. And once again, I watched one last show, and on to the next.